No, she
Which
spoke to me about it, and so I was like, I wasn't supposed to be on the list, and it caused problems with Social Security, so they have to remove me.
I'm gonna call her.
No, I'm not being on the list.
Joe, we've got to find something for you to go when we die. This is our out for that.
Who am I talking about? Why don't you talk to her about it, and she can explain it to you, okay?
And if you're wrong, and she says you're wrong, then how am I going to tell you? that
Okay,
you're
well,
wrong?
tell her to print something out and show and send it to me in an email.
Okay, and I'll have your dad do the same because he's real good at research and understanding.
Just send it to me.
Oh, besides the fact,
in writing.
your attorney said you could go there. Why would your attorney say that?
No, she said to check that out. Talk to them. That's what we do.
She said you could apply for that and receive that and the SNAP. She said both those. So you're saying you don't understand it and we have to go back to square one.
No, I
We've
do
taken your
understand.
name off the list, Jeff.
Yes, because it.
No, it does. Look, if it came down to where they said they couldn't do it in the end, we deal with it then.
That's
But
what
everybody
was
else is
happening.
saying, no, it's not. She did not contact you. You contacted her.
No, I did not contact her. I was contacted by her. And there's supposed to be a check in there. Did you guys take the check?
No.
Okay, well, there was going to be a
It should-
reimbursement check.
Well, it shouldn't be reimbursed to you. We paid it.
No, I think it's going to be reimbursed to you guys. So it might have just been refunded to your bank account. It's not there.
I don't know. So you're saying she contacted you to take you off the list?
Basically, yeah.
Basically, no, it's yes or no. See, the reason on there says didn't want to move out. That's different than doesn't apply to this type of program. Those two
Well,
things
yeah,
are
both.
different.
Okay, well, maybe she wrote only one thing there, but it's both. I don't want to move there because it's not accommodating enough. The other things don't work with it, and I would end up being screwed with stuff with Medicaid.
No, we would never let that happen. That's our idea, is to make sure everything is safe for you.
And
Because we're going to die someday.
yeah, I get it.
But you don't get it. You just took your name off without really knowing that that is the case.
It was the case.
No, because she didn't say it then. Okay, I'm going to find out. I'm going to prove it to you, and then we're going to go back over there, and you will move out there when the time is right. So do you agree that if I get everybody to say, Jeffrey, this does apply for you, that you'll go back
With
and sign up?
Housing and Urban Development of the United States of America, you get that in writing. It says that I apply with just SSI, no SSDI. Then yes, it'll be fine because then it'll be all above
Okay.
board. But unless you get just that, no.
We want it all above board. You're
Because it
right.
wasn't above board with her with this, and it wasn't above board last time I checked. And because HUD explicitly excludes SSI, you have to be on SSDI.
We're going to have to go back to square
I
one
literally
and
can
talk.
never be on SSDI. It's illegal for me to even apply for benefits that are just for them. It's a felony. This counts as that.
No, not if you're moved out by yourself.
No.
So you keep thinking that things are a certain way because you're living here. You'll be living there. You can get snaps.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. It should be on your own.
That doesn't change the
It
SNAP
does.
requirements. I sent you an email with the SNAP requirements on it.
What you're
You
looking
can do
at,
that.
I know.
It's not it's a state's website. That's
No,
the official
I
one.
understand why you can't just go with what all the professionals say.
Because
The attorney, she knew
she
what
can
you
apply
had.
herself and commit fraud if she wants
No,
to.
it's not fraud though. You're wrong in how you're reading it. Is there a possibility you could be wrong in how you're reading it? Yes.
I don't think so. I printed it.
Yes.
Sent it to
Print
you
it.
in an email.
Print it out again and put it on the counter so I can look at it. I can't look at things like this. Just do it that
Give me
way.
the office, can't you?
Jeffrey, print.
Why?
If you want us to help you so that way you aren't stranded on the streets when we die, this is what we're doing. We want to do it legally. We don't want anybody to come back later and say, oh, you're not part of this program, you shouldn't be here. I don't want that.
The last every single time it's been I'm not part of this program. I can't be.
No, it hasn't. Your attorney said otherwise.
Okay, then prove the attorney. Have the attorney so put it in writing that she affirms that I, on just SSI, will receive SNAP guaranteed and will receive all of the subsidies for SSDI, which I'm not on.
Or she might just print out a website and send you all the information.
Maybe you guys are going to do that. I'm not
Maybe you're
going in
reading the wrong
circles here.
information.
I got it from the official thing with the
I know, but
state.
maybe you're reading it wrong.
I'm not.
Jeffrey,
It's literally-
sometimes we read things
It's
wrong.
literally word for word. It's
Okay,
nothing I can do.
print out the page then. I mean, you highlight what you see applies. I don't want the whole website. I don't want to have to go through it. Because send me the part that just applies and highlight it.
Okay, I'll do it again.
That's what
I did
people,
it
no,
before.
you don't do it again. You never did it. You never gave me a piece of paper,
I did.
highlighted, which shows this applies to me, Mom. You would send me the whole website, I'd have to read through it. I'm not going to do that because I'm not an expert. I can't read through all that. I can read through smaller sections. All you got to do is do that. You've got the time.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I'm busy. I have a.
This has to do with your future.
Okay, well look, I might do this till in next month.
No, I want you to do it now because we got to get your name back on the list.
I have stuff to do.
Jeff, we got to get your name back on the list. Jeff, we got to get your name back on the list. Jeff, we got to get your name back on the list. Because if we die tomorrow, you have nothing. You have no inheritance. You have no family. It's been abundantly clear that you will have nothing when we die. We got to get you set up before we die. You think we're going to live long lives. What we don't. Our responsibility as parents is to make sure we got you set up. The earlier the better. It does apply to you. I need you to be open to looking at it again, highlighting it, and telling me that I'm wrong in how I'm reading it. Telling the attorney she's wrong. I need it all. Okay? Do you understand? Jeff, would you understand?
I heard you, and I'm going to email you the stuff.
I don't want you to email me the whole website that's a billion pages long. You don't understand. You must be going to a certain section of it where you think that applies to
I
you.
only sent you a single page.
And we'll highlight the part of that page.
A single page.
Print it and highlight that page. I'm not asking a lot of you. I don't.
So write down what exactly you want and how you think you can articulate it. Because that help also.
I think I can't be any clearer. I think you just understood me.
Write it down.
Print. Applicable page.
With what exactly you want highlighted specifically so we don't go.
Showing that you do not have rights to housing, which is provided by the government.
No, that's not correct.
Well, it's a certain housing. Whatever, Jeff, you know. I'm going to take that out. The housing we have picked out. Why can you not go there?
It's sectioned differently, that's why.
Your dad said that it has the tax benefits for people like you.
No, people who are disabled and working disabled. That's a different group of people, and that's the
No, this group of people, it also includes you because the attorney said, and she knows her shit. You're reading into something and you're not seeing something else. So highlight it. So I said for you to print. That's number one, and then you highlight it. It's simple. Show me why your disability does not apply to this apartment living. Do you understand?
Because it requires me to have a caregiver there on site because I have narcolepsy.
No, Jeffrey, there's nothing about what you just said that's true. That doesn't have anything to do with the housing.
Because in this state, we don't have a group of people who go around and check up on people like me.
Jeff,
no.
That doesn't apply to
You
you.
guys are so little.
No, that doesn't apply to you.
That's what it was 3 times with Joe's, and that's probably what it is now.
They have things that you can use. It's not a requirement for you. It's not a requirement for you. And so that part that you're talking about, that's where you need to print. And what did you call it?
I want SSI.
No. The specific thing for narcolepsy, that part, I need you to give me the written information on that and how somebody has to check on you.
What the term was, okay?
But you need to get the paperwork that says you have to go to a housing place that has somebody that can check up on you.
It's a place that's like zoned for like an assisted care type of a deal.
Assisted care, that's
like
really
a community
different.
setting for something like that, but not one of the ones for people who are mentally infirm, but for some people that are mentally firm, but like not
Okay,
but
all that right there, I needed writing. I want to see what you're reading. You're telling me something that makes sense, but I want to see it in writing.
Some of that was when I spoke to the
It doesn't. No. It doesn't matter who you spoke to, because I don't know. I wasn't there for the conversation.
Things you could call them too.
No. I'm not going to do any of your homework for you. You need to tell me how you came to that conclusion. This place does not allow a narcolepsy patient, because that's what you're coming. That's the bottom line. You're saying narcolepsy.
It's someone who does not qualify for SSI, which requires a caregiver.
Well, I'm not your
And
caregiver.
our
No, we're not. It's not on
signed
any.
by the state.
No, give me the document that says I'm your legal caretaker. Give it to me. Caretaker. We're back to that again.
Because that's what
No, we're not. When we went to see that attorney as a group,
long-term personal care services. That's what it's called.
but Jeffrey, you're not in that, and we're not part of that. We're not required to do that. Because when we die, who do you go to?
I get long-term personal care services. That's in effect once you die.
Your attorney never said that. When we went back later and asked her those questions about our responsibility for you, she said, no, we weren't responsible for you. You are your own independent person. That's how you filed the paperwork. You didn't want us to be in charge of you or caring for you in any way. If that was the case, Jeffrey, we would have had to see a judge. There would be a documentation and have our names on it as caretakers. Please give me that. So you're doing two things.
We're called caregivers now.
Whatever.
Caretakers legally.
Whatever.
A caretaker is hospice.
Jeffrey,
That's different.
caregiver. I put it here. I need
Caregiver is
paperwork.
the archaic thing.
Jeffrey, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm just
Get off that topic. I don't care. Jeffrey, caregiver. I want the paperwork that says I am your legal caretaker because you're under this
caregiver.
caregiver because I'm your SSI, SDI, whatever it is.
SSI.
Jeffrey, get me the document that says that.
I've given you the SSI.
No, I want that document that says Linda and Mark Bodin are your caregivers. I want that. Because you still are not understanding the definition between us and you. The attorney made it clear. Do you remember that meeting?
Yes, Mom, I remember it. And
How
I
she
want
said that?
you to please be quiet.
No, I can't because
Get away from me.
I don't understand how you could not understand that. You were in the meeting. That's why I'm asking you, did you understand what she said? Did you take it in?
Yeah, I took it in.
Then why don't you believe it?
Because the attorney was not overruling the judge, and the judge.
If the judge had a ruling, Jeffrey, it would be on a document.
I just wasn't given the document.
You can access it. So can your attorney.
A lot of it costs fees. If
Jeffrey.
you pay the fees,
Jeffrey, the document will say everything that the judge says. Okay? It's a legal binding judgment. You have to have a copy of the judgment.
nigga, I wasn't given any.
Why didn't you ask for it? I bet you have it. It's your paperwork.
No, I just wasn't given it. I mean, it happened like.
Everybody gives the judgment. They have it available for
It was
you.
a phone. It was a phone court hearing, so they.
But
had it.
he has a piece of paper that he signs at the end and it goes in, it's recorded.
Well,
There
yeah.
is a judgment.
How do I get to that without paying the court fines? Because when I looked in the past, they had one.
You need to call your attorney directly and just say, can I get the final judgment? Jeffrey, just call the judge, she'll do it, she'll send it to you. She won't charge you anything, just do it.
I did.
No, do it again. Do it again. It's a simple email. Simple email. Could you please send me the judgment? I want to know my parents' responsibility. And if there's anything else that shows their responsibility towards me. That's it. It's a simple email. If you don't do it today, it proves to me that you don't want to.
No, it proves that I'm busy.
No, Jeffrey, it takes a second to do that. I don't know, when is your procedure? Tomorrow?
No, I still have
In
to call you
August?
today. I have another.
Jeffrey.
I have another.
Jeffrey, it takes a minute to do an email.
Please be quiet.
No, it takes a minute to do an email.
Do an email. I have to not do this today at all.
Oh, why? Because I'm yelling at you?
Yes.
Jeffrey, you got to get this done. You got to get you on the list. You do not understand what this means to you. We're doing this for you. I'm not going to leave. This is my house.
Just walk away.
No, I don't want to. I want you to get in your head that you're going to go right now and do the email today. It's quick. It's easy. Send me a carbon copy of the email. Send me a carbon copy of her response. She'll attach it. I'll
I'm
respond.
not contacting A, but she does not handle this. She told me she doesn't do this.
Jeffrey, she has a copy of your judgment. Your judgment. She was there for it. No.
Social Security. That's not this.
Jeffrey, she was there for that.
No, she was not there for this.
She handled everything up to that. Jeffrey, she has all the documents. Jeffrey, see how you keep having excuses not to do it?
It's a different judge.
Jeffrey, she has access. She got the ball rolling for this whole process. She has access. She can get it. You have to understand that. I know that. Ask her for help. She can get it for you. If she you something. So my point is still, do the email. Do you understand? Jeffrey, do the email. Jeffrey, you gonna do the email?
Please leave me alone.
Jeffrey, do the email.
Please leave me alone.
Jeffrey, do the email.
Leave me alone.
I want you to do the email. Do you understand?
Leave me alone.
I'm not going to leave you alone. I'm going to keep bugging you. Do the email, Jeff. It's for your own good. I don't want you on the streets. That's why I'm doing this.
Leave me alone.
As long as you understand, we don't want you on the streets.
I get that, and I appreciate
This is
that.
how you have to do it, is you have to go through these
I am
processes.
doing that always. I have so much paperwork to handle at all times.
Jeffrey,
Please
do
just
this.
leave
This
me.
is most important for you. This is the most important thing. This has to do with your living arrangements. You can do everything else that you wanted to do today, tomorrow, because this topic keeps coming up and you keep saying the same thing.
I email you guys.
I want you to contact a lawyer and get the judgment. Get all the documents that show what my responsibility is to you. Because that will say everything. Okay, we've already had a discussion with her about this. You don't remember, or
I
you
do
just push it
remember.
aside.
She's not the Lord. She was
She
not
knows.
involved in long-term personal
She knows. It doesn't matter. She knows everything. That's her world. She does all that shit. She got you set up with it.
She only does Social Security. She doesn't do state stuff.
Jeffrey, the Social Security is what you keep referring to.
No, I keep
SSI
referring to
versus
long-term-
SDI.
I keep referring to long-term personal care services at the state level, and that's what the judgment is that you're asking for.
So get it.
I can't get it for A level.
Yes, she can.
She doesn't do
She will tell you how to get it. She probably has a copy in her files. When lawyers do stuff, they get everything, even if they don't actually do one part of it. Because it all has to
After
do.
Social Security.
It all has to do with the same thing. It's all part of her world, so she gets all that. And if she doesn't, she's going to help you. But the fact is, to me, when you don't want to do what I want you to do, makes me go, why? What's wrong?
Before.
No, you haven't. I don't see the document. I've never seen the judgment. You said you don't have
I
it.
don't.
Get it then. You need it. You need to have it. I'm sure you can access it through websites because you have your case number.
When I called, they wanted money. It was through the state. There were court fines and fees. It was almost $400.
It's not just for the judgment. It doesn't cost $400.
It was for like paralegal fees or something.
You don't need that. You're asking for your whole entire file. You just need the judgment.
Just the
It's a
judgment.
document. Yeah.
I'll just
Judgment.
say
That's what the
judgment.
judge decided on that. Yeah, that's what I told you. Get the judgment. That way then you have it in your hands. You give us a copy. We look at it also. We talk to that lawyer again.
It was not the lawyer to talk to.
So tell us where to go then. No, because what you don't understand is I don't mind going in steps. I don't care if she says I can't help you with this. Because my next question will be, who can? See, because I think ahead, but you got to take the first steps. Get the judgment. So you can see my name is not on it, and I'm not your caregiver. Okay? It doesn't say it. I would have had to appear before the court. I would have had to sign a document. Because when you're ordered to do something, you know about it. You're served that. That is how the legal process works. Nobody can order me to do something and not out someday, because you will have to, it is not fraud. You're not signing something on a pen, and you haven't taken it.
I signed it last time.
Jeffrey, but you didn't take the place.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
only signed up to be offered the place. That's all
And
you
that's been an
signed.
issue in the past with Medicaid.
No, it's not. They aren't going to even know about it.
They did.
They won't. They won't know. Jeffrey, they won't know. And I want to make sure you're telling me the truth.
I am.
Did they contact you or did you contact them?
I got contacted by them.
And what exactly did they say? Hey, we're just reaching out to you to see if you're still interested. And you said, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
They didn't say you can't apply for this based on your disability. They didn't say that.
It said that.
You told me that's what they
I
said.
was on SSDI, which was a lie. I was not.
We gave them whatever it is
You
you
guys
had.
actually thought I was on SSDI, and that's a common misconception.
Give me the paperwork that says what the hell you're on. I
I
have nothing.
have done that before, doesn't
Give it to me again. I'm going to take it to them and I'm going to prove to them this does apply.
Okay.
So we can get your name back on. And you'll sign the document again.
If they in writing will say that it's guaranteed, yeah.
Look, all they need to do is see what you're on. They don't give you anything in writing. You have to understand, people don't give things back in writing that they have already accepted. If they accept that you qualify, then they put your name down. They don't give you something after that. Yes, you do qualify. No, you've already met their standards.
Yeah, if that's fine.
And according to them, you've already met the standards. You contacted them to back out. They didn't contact you to say, because they wanted to ask you if you were still interested. You said, oh no, because
Which I
I'm not qualified.
2 years ago I told you.
No, they talked to you, they understood what you had, and they said
The
yes.
day of, I came in there thinking they were fine with just the SSI, thinking there was something separate. Dad
You
thought
told
that too.
You
And
told
then
them whatever it is you had, and
then
she agreed to
no,
it.
she said she'd have to look into it and stuff.
Then you let her look into it and keep your name on the list.
Because that's
Jeffrey, we gotta keep your name on the list. That's the most important thing, and we have to do it now.
he's just
No, I don't want to leave. I want to make sure you understand that we need your name on the list, and then you can work it out. Okay? So, don't you have a card that says you are SSI or SSDI?
Yes, it's a
recipient?
piece of paper.
Where
I can
is
print
it?
it out. You generate it. It's a user-generated thing, and I generate it. I'll generate you one, and I'll
Okay.
email it to you.
I need it because I'm going to take it over to the lady and I'm going to ask her to her face, is he an applicant for this process?
Okay.
If she says yes, then I'm going to come home and get you, and you have to go with me, sign the documents, unless she lets you sign it at home and not in front of her. I'm going to give the $100 check to her again, or whatever it is now, because that's no big deal. We don't mind paying for that. And then we're going to be settled on the matter. They're just contacting you to begin with because they want to make sure you're interested. You said, I don't want to move out.
Well, I
You didn't
don't.
say, I don't qualify. She didn't put that on the note. If she would have put
We
that on the
didn't
note, it
talk.
would be different.
We didn't talk about that today, or like with the email process. It was just, I'm not interested in something that I don't qualify for,
Okay,
and
well,
don't
what
want
if
to
you're
move out
wrong
for.
and she says, oh, no, you do qualify? Then what?
I
You
don't
do
know.
qualify. Show me your card. Good. Okay, yes, we're happy to put you on the list. Are you going to accept that? Jeffrey?
I don't know.
Why? Why don't you know?
I'd be surprised if I somehow magically qualified all of a
Jeffrey,
sudden.
just hypothetically, they say you qualify.
Well, there were.
Are you going to be okay with that?
Well, there were issues with some of the things with the washer and dryer, but then
There's
besides,
no issues.
yes, it was
Honey,
going to
that's
cause me
minor.
cluster my.
No. Right now, you're talking about something minor.
Well, to me,
I'm
that
asking
could be
you,
major.
if they say you qualify to move in there so you have a place to go when your parents are dead, what problem are you going to have with that when they say you qualify?
I mean, it would be payment if that was also a thing, because their payment was based off of SSDI, which was why it was about double the amount I could
If
pay.
you qualify based on what your money is that's coming in, then you qualify.
No,
You
because
keep trying to find ways out.
utilities
We
weren't
said we were gonna
included.
help you.
Okay, but help
You
me
keep
needs to be
forgetting.
defined by you guys
Right.
and by me in a contract, and you're going to sign it, and it's going to
Good,
be
we
legally
can do
binding,
that.
and we're getting it
We
notarized.
can do that. We can do that. We
And it's
pay for
gonna-
your utilities right now.
Everything
Jeffrey.
I get now will be carried over there.
Fine. That's fine. We pay for utilities here. We pay for water. We pay for trash. We pay for internet. We do all of those.
Okay,
Am I
all
missing
included.
something?
Food, because that was
Food,
part of the
we're
room
totally
and board
gonna be
agreement.
supplementing food,
So
like
okay,
we do here.
yeah, we
We
pay
buy
for food.
everything.
Yeah,
And
yes.
then eventually you can apply for SNAP and get a denial. And then
I've
you'll
gotten
prove to us,
denials.
no, because you live with us. You'll be living by yourself. You'll be living by yourself, then you apply for it. And then we see if you get denied. If you get denied, fine. Yes, we're going to pay for your food. Everything we're doing now, we're going to do for you. We just want you to be in a place, okay, that we know you're going to be safe, close to us,
Okay, yeah.
and that we can go and see you. Go see you all the time. I'm going to give you groceries. I'm going to give you food. I'm going to give you meals. I might have 2 packed at a time. And you know me, I don't cook as much
Okay,
now.
but we're going to put that in, in a contract.
Yes, absolutely. And we did sign that contract with her.
Well, no, but it's...
No, let me finish. We signed that contract with her saying friends and family would supplement. That's what that meant. We're going to be supplementing everything for you. We know how much money you make, Jeff.
And I can't, I don't have more, and I need to have my money for prescriptions and stuff.
Put in your name, and we can pay that way, then you get the credit for it. You'll be building your credit.
Well, that doesn't count towards credit. I've already looked. It actually doesn't.
If your name is on a utility bill
It doesn't
and the bill's
actually.
being paid?
It doesn't by law. Yeah, I'd say it's a problem, but it doesn't.
Okay, well, it used to be that way.
They changed it because people were using that. We're doing exactly what you said, basically,
okay.
with drugs and stuff. So they changed it.
All right.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it anymore. It's not a thing. I was trying to find the positive in the fact, but
Yeah.
anyway, it's all good. No, we're going to pay for everything that we pay for you right now. We don't pay for your clothes. We don't pay for your phone. Like, you want a new phone, you're going to have to pay for it for yourself. You want a new computer, it's like Stephanie. We make her pay for her own clothes. So those are the things, yes. And yeah, we'll be happy to put that in writing. You just forgot that we said that we would take care of all that. Our thing is just making sure you have a place to go. That we're not at the last second because one of us is sick and the other one is dead trying to find you a place because you're on these lists. And then we keep looking around for other places because when these new apartments pop up, are you listening?
I am. I'm eating.
When these new apartments pop up, they have more of those types of tax-free places. And we can move you to an even nicer one, even newer one. We don't just stop there. This is just a step. We're always going to be looking out for you. You don't let us tell you that and show you that because you keep pushing us away. I guess because you're afraid. Or you just don't trust us.
Both.
And the only way we can prove it to you is when we say something, you allow us to go through with it. If you take your name off the list to go to an apartment, you don't really know what we're going to do for you. I mean, my dad and Cece and Stephanie, they wouldn't allow for us to just drop the ball on
Well, I mean, one of the biggest things that is new that you do have to understand is with Medicaid, with transportation now that I've gone through with them, we're right here, my address here, I barely qualify to be transported to New Orleans. If I move to Palmetto Greens, I will be out of the range for Medicaid.
So then we have to rethink that. That's minor compared to the housing issue, Jeffrey.
No, it's not minor. It could be you guys forced to pay hundreds of dollars for Ubers there and back because
and eventually you'll get on Medicare. No,
that's not true. Actually,
it is true. She told us it's true. I believe the attorney. It's true.
The attorney
when your
didn't
dad
know.
goes on like Social Security or Medicare, you get on Medicare.
That bill never got passed. It was never a part.
Okay.
It was a thing they talked about, but it never went through.
I believe it was already applicable.
I did too, but I was wrong. It was never through.
But again, that's minor. You keep finding reasons to not see and get the bigger picture. The bigger picture is getting you in housing. All the other stuff we are going to work out, pay for, and go through.
Okay, on the family care and support thing, I'm going to make sure that it's there that transport, if in the event that Medicaid can't cover me anymore, will be paid in full by y'all.
Good.
Every
maybe
single
then
time.
we'll go back to taking you, because maybe then we will appreciate, and you will be appreciated, and you'll appreciate us in doing that. You never have. It was always an expectation. It was never a please and thank you, and you were angry in the morning.
Because I'll
you might look at things differently than
die
you.
if I don't get the treatment fast enough, or they don't do the checks for the moles and stuff. That's why, to me, it is an expectation. I don't want to die.
No. The morning of when we're taking you somewhere, I'm talking about your personality, your attitude. You can grow up and change that. Okay? We got fed up with dealing with you. And we're busy. 2 things. I'm working now. I have to work now. Okay? Things change. You gotta adapt. Your life, the way it is right now, is gonna keep evolving. And I'm always hoping for the better. That's why we will always look in for the best places for you to stay at, or closer to doctors.
It would be a lot better if you could get me closer to the lakefront, because then it would be...
There's no places over there, Jeff.
Well, have you guys checked in a while?
Yeah, we found the best and safest place. That's why you taking your name off the list
Well, it's just...
blows it all up.
We're already 30 miles out of the range, and Palmetto Greens is in their 26, I think it was. And that's a problem.
So we're going to find a different address for you to start from. I don't know. Can we not talk about that because that's a detail? I don't want you to be afraid of your transportation to doctors and that hold you back from having a place to stay when we're dead. The bigger picture.
I mean, you guys could always buy a place for me that's not instead of a subsidized housing place.
We don't have the money to do that right now.
Don't have...
Our money is tied up and I'm working.
You guys just bought an apartment for Stephanie.
We did not buy it.
Isn't that what you guys said? You just rented it then?
Of course. See, you've got the wrong idea. Yes, we're renting it. She's renting it with a friend.
I mean, there are apartment condos right across that
Jeffrey,
apartment from Boshin that are $50,000 each.
Jeffrey, I'm not going to buy a place. I don't have the money. You don't understand.
I'm just saying that might be more cost effective and would still keep me qualified for transport.
Jeffrey, you can't do that. So do you see that? You say you can't do things because you're narcolepsy. I can't buy a complex for you to live in. Financially, we cannot do it.
I mean, you guys should still consider it just because of how expensive transportation is. I'm not saying it's off the table, but you're asking
me right now. So my answer is no right now.
Okay.
So right now, the biggest picture is housing. So we get you to that step over there. You can't just stay here forever, and then we have this issue where we have nowhere for you to go. That could happen, Jeff. You don't understand.
Yeah, because sincerely, there's a lot. It's much easier to with someone on SSI to just inherit the house they live, because that's the normal expectation.
Jeffrey, you're not inheriting anything because you aren't allowed to have the money. Your name is not on anything. You will not get anything from your dead parents. This house is not going to you.
Well, who's it supposed to go to?
It's all going to go to Stephanie, honey. She has to have it all. You cannot have it because you are on disability, and we need you to stay on that. So if we died right now, you need your disability. You need it for medical. You need it for
inheritance
all those
can go
reasons.
into the ABLE account now, and that means and that's up to $800,000.
We're not doing that for you.
So you're not gonna...
No, you're not getting anything.
That doesn't instill confidence in me.
Jeffrey.
Preparing for me if I...
That's why you need to get into housing, because we can't have you with the inheritance. Okay? We can't do that. We need to make sure you have everything in place as an independent person.
I'm not ever going to be considered independent by the state of Louisiana, and that's the thing you guys don't seem to understand, because they told me that.
You're your own. You can sign contracts. You're independent.
I'm not capable of working and supporting
doesn't matter.
myself.
That's working. But you can sign contracts.
That doesn't
you're
mean anything.
Of sound mind. Yeah, it does. It means you're an independent person. You can do your own thing. That's not taken away from you. Erica can't do that. That's taken away from her. She'll never work, and she can't sign contracts.
I'll never work, but I can sign contracts, yeah.
Right, which means you have a big step above her.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Okay, so that's the difference. So you've got to remember, you're not that person. So you're going to contact your attorney, you're going to give me a copy.
No, I'm not going to contact Ava for it. I'm going to contact the state. I'm going to ask for the, what did you say, judgment? It's called judgment? I'll ask for the judgment. The state is where it goes. No, she won't, because I contacted her before about it, and she didn't. And she told me to call the state, and that's what I did, and I'm not wasting the time. Okay? I'm going to call for the judgment.
I want you to make a copy and scan your Social Security or SDI card, whatever it is. I want a copy of that.
It's called a statement of benefits, and I can print you it out, and I'll email it to you.
Is that the card you carry in your wallet?
I don't have a card. They don't issue cards.
Okay.
That's not a thing. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
It's a piece of paper. It's essentially like It's like a warrant of some type. It's official and it's generated on site and it's always new. That's the whole point. It's a verification thing
Okay, and
from
that
the
will
federal
prove
government.
to the Palmetto. They'll look at that and they'll go, yes, he does apply. He can apply for a space here. It'll be under this tax thing, and family members will sign friends and family form because he needs supplement, and we're all good. Then we're back on the same page. Maybe she'll keep your name where it was if we do this fast enough. That's why today, all you got to do is email, okay, a copy of that page, okay? All right. Do we understand each other?
Yeah.
It'll take you 2 minutes at the most.
Yeah, I'm going to email you the statement of benefits, yep.
And I know you have time to do that.
Wait, what email did you want me to use?
What?
What's your direct email?
Just do it to Charter. I can get Charter at work.
Well, what's your work email?
I'm not giving it to you because I don't want you to give me all this stuff, Jeff. I can't. It's a work email.
Well, that's what Dad uses, isn't it?
No, MLJS is
No,
our
I
personal.
use his work email like he's always told me to.
Well, if that's what he told you, that's fine. But you should use the Charter one.
Well, because
this is a personal matter.
Well, no,
we don't want this on the servers.
It's because you don't have an individual one to use, so it's like I'm not sending it to the correct phone number that's designated for that person.
Jeffrey,
It causes problems with the government.
Charter. Just send it to Charter.
Okay, well, it's not your email; it's the family email, so it's a pain.
It's not a pain. It's Charter.
It's the difference between like a home phone and like
Jeff,
your cell phone. You understand?
Jeffrey, you don't need to know why I'm telling you to
Okay.
send it to
All right.
Charter. You asked me, I told you. I keep personal and business separate. That's how it should be done.
Okay.
All right. And if the Palmetto people say we can get back on the list, I'm going to come home and get you. We're going to go over there and we're going to do it. It's got to be done today.